Hello, YouTube fam. It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Man, when I was a little kid, man, my parents got me off into, collecting toys. I didn't collect anything because I had no money, but my parents would give me money and I would buy stuff and add it to my collection, man. Started out buying He-Man, then G.I. Joe, then Transformers, then Sectors, Kenner Mask, dude, there were just so many different toy lines out there. The Super Friends, the Silverhawks, the Thundercats, man. Those were the LGNs back then, man. But, as, time progressed, man, I was just enjoying the times that I had with my brothers, playing with the toys, man, having fun. Voltron was back then, but didn't have none of the lions or anything like that. Couldn't afford that type of stuff, man. But as time progressed, man, just enjoying those hobbies, man. Remember the good old days with my brother. And as that time progressed, man, I ended up giving that stuff away to my sister and her kids, and she ended up giving it to somebody else the following year. Man, just wasted. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes when you giving stuff away, people don't know how to treat the stuff, don't know how to take care of the stuff. To them, it's just stuff because they just got it and didn't have to pay anything to have it. After that, man, I went off into collecting myself, as far as video games like that, man. And I was all knee deep in video games, man. I was just a go-to guy, man. I had so many game systems and so many different games, man. I had so much of stuff, man, that I was just proud of myself. I was working a little rinky-dink job and I had comic books that my brother, would bring back for me, and when he come back, he have cases and cases of them for me. And dude, it was just a whole new thing. Then I got off into like basketball cards with my nephew and, Pokemon cards, and we were collecting and trading them with each other, man. I'm a whole grown ass man at that point, but, I'm having fun with him and we're doing things like that and, going to the conventions and things like that. Um, from there, man, I got into shoes, man. Shoes was a come and go period, because shoes I didn't understand. Hell, if I couldn't find the shoes off, the retail floor, I would buy them off somebody's feet. I would buy my size off of somebody's feet. This is how I was back then, man. I was just real with it. And as time progressed, man, I got into all different type of stuff. Electronics, man, far as like, the component systems, the big, boombox speakers, man, and just everything. Remember the portable boom boxes that you would carry around? Man, I had like 2 or 3 of them, man. I was just having good times. We got into the Tyco race cars, me and my kids, and we were just racing them. We would be in there sanding the tracks and stuff, making sure that the connectors and the metal parts were all good and everything in there was all, sanded correctly, whereas the electric current can go around the court. I mean, around, through the track really good, man. And I had so much of track and I had so much of this stuff. It was like, zzz, it was just zooming, man. It was just like amazing. Me and my kids were doing that. We had fun with that. Then we had fun with the Nerf guns, man. We were shooting the Nerf guns at each other left and right, man. Just shooting until somebody got hit in the eye. We had gargles on our eyes, man. And that was the only thing that everybody was worried about, man. But you still get hit. And them damn darts hurt, you know. And Nerf, they had those big ones where I bought them for Christmas, these big Nerf guns that you had, like, you hold it and it was like a Tommy gun and it had the damn ammunition thing going across and you just keep pulling it and it just it's like automatic shooting darts. Then we had the snipers. We had the ones that look like guns when you add the pieces to it and the barrel, man. It was just fun. But, just to say, Nerf doesn't have a good resale value whatsoever. There's no money to be made in reselling Nerf. Just to let you know that. Got off into comic books with my kids, and man, we really made that one happen. We got into G.I. Joe Raw. I had the Cobra Night Ravens on the wall because, they were hollow. I had kept them hollow because, they didn't have all the pieces to them. But, if you put them on a wall with like pins into the bottom, it'll hold them on the place. And they were on the wall looking like they're taking off from the Terradrome. And, man, it was just crazy, man. I had like some of the vehicles and things like that. And it was just crazy. You had the three-quarter figures all over the place. You had some Pintor in the middle. You had Cobra Lau on the side. Dude, I had a lot of stuff. Then from there, I went to the Transformers. And the Transformers, man, I got carried away with them, man. They were just so many. And it was just so fun going down memory lane with this stuff because you look at the Transformers, man, that's when the whole collection changed. Then from there, I went into the Diroga Voltron because people told me I couldn't collect Voltron because it's hard to find pieces for it. Dude, I had damn near like 10 of those. Those big 16-inch Dirogas. Man, I would put them together, dude. I had so many. They were like, where the hell are you getting all these from? Dude, you tell me I can't do something, I will find a way to do it. I had so many. Then from there, we went to the Lion Voltron. Dude, that was pretty fun. Then we went into the DC Icons, which was, I think, before they went to McFarlane. They were like smaller than, the DC Multiverse ones, man. It was crazy. Dude, went from there. I went back to Transformers. That's when I got into Titans Return, back in, I think, 2017 or 2018. I'm gonna say anywhere from 2015 or 20, I forgot when they came out. But on eBay during 2015 to 20, I think, 17, dude, they were cheap on eBay. You were able to find them for $100. Those big Titan Return Metroplexes. Dude, back then, yeah, back then you were able. I found Fortress Maximus. I had Triptychon. Dude, it was just crazy. I had a lot of them. I had Transformers lined across the floor. I had so many of them. They were all on shelves. I had all the Optimus Space Convoy. Anything that Optimus did, I had them. I had the one when he connected to Jetfire and all of that. And I had the one when he connected to those mini vehicles and he formed like almost a Voltron itself. Dude, it was so fun. I had a ton of the combiners, which at one point in time you were able to find the combiners at Walgreens, the knockoff versions. Dude, I had so many of them, man. It was just fun. This is why it's so hard, when I'm thinking about selling, to get rid of it. The RC cars, man. Just sitting in parking lots with the cars with my kids and, us speeding around with the cars, just sitting there and watching them zip by because they're all on different frequencies. Just having fun, and that's the thing. Now you're sitting back thinking, you know, all that stuff that I had back then, I was trying to find again. For the most part, I found some of the stuff, the comic books, man, I'm not going to find, and I'm just being serious. I'm not, because I'm realistic. You're not going to find that stuff. And that's the thing that people don't understand. The biggest thing that I was pushing here is if you look around, and that's what I was doing. I was looking around the man cave, and I came to the conclusion, bro, this nostalgic feeling that you get and you thinking it's just you, you just getting that feeling because you collect toys and, you got so many particular, interactions with them and just remember certain parts of what you did and, how long it took you to put one of those Terradromes up there together, how to piece the parts from everywhere and how sometimes you had to buy 3D printed parts from people because, the pieces that you wanted to buy, they were too much and plus they were brittle too. So I ended up having to get some of the 3D pieces, man, to make some of this stuff work. I had to work tirelessly to go and get some of these pieces, man. And from there, man, it's just like, man, what do? You just remember all this stuff. I remember the gantry, getting the shuttle booster along with the rocket and, the space shuttle itself and, having to get all the pieces for it, like the boosters that go on the back, to let space, the things that let out the exhaust and all of that, the flames out. I had to get all those separate because it didn't come with it. And that's the thing. I got one complete and I got one that ain't complete, and I'm thinking about all that. Then I was thinking about collecting the shoes and waiting in line for the Jordans when they first dropped, and being one of those people at the store as a whole grown man. Like I told you, my life didn't really begin until I was like 29. I had two kids before that, before I turned 29, and brother, my life was just family. You know, when I broke up with my kid's mother, man, it became a whole lot of other things that I didn't know existed. I got a chance to live. And, that was the thing that a lot of people don't understand. You know, I was messing around with the helmets and had them on, just acting a fool in here a little while ago. I think this was a couple of days ago. I had the hammer in my hand, playing like I'm Thor. I had the belt on. Dude, I'm just having a good time. And I don't know if I'm ready to let all that go. Starting over, and I'm going to tell you, that's not always a good thing. It's just real. But till later, thank you for watching. Peace out.